Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Cromwell. It's a tier 6 British medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Cliff, and this one is under the command of Blue Streak Mr. White. Yes, he actually explained the reason why his name is Blue Streak Mr. White. It's actually because he was in a clan. You had to put the clan name first before you put your other name. Game on. Well, did I say Churchill or Cromwell? It's actually the Cromwell, the tier 6 British medium. It's otherwise known as the A27. It was a project that was started mid-war. They built 4,016 of these, but the tank men weren't particularly impressed when they saw it, because they saw the flat surfaces on the front of this vehicle and thought, oh no, we're going to get penetrated really easily by the Germans. They'll just fire at all those flat surfaces and get the shot straight through. Now you can see right up ahead of us on our platoon mate is in a Cromwell B, which is the Cromwell Berlin, which is a premium Cromwell. And I think it says Sharp Kitten. Is it Sharp Kitten 1? Sharp's Kitten 1. Okay, what a name. Okay, well, he's found some enemies already, and I have the feeling that Blue Streak Mr. White is actually going to try and locate a few of those and put shells into them. Ooh, don't go up too much. He's spotted. Pull back. Can't stay up too long. You will take fire if you do. Yeah, he's already starting to receive shots from the VK, who's desperately trying to stop this 75mm from punching holes in his armour. You can see it's quite a good gun. 135 alpha is the actual damage rate. 145mm with standard ammo, and with the APCR it goes up to 202. So you can see there's quite a few tanks that he can penetrate, even though he's actually playing in a tier 8 game in a tier 6 tank. So he's bottom tier. But he's really harassing these enemy tanks, and he's now got a T29 coming towards him, which is arguably the best tier 7 heavy in the game. Yeah, probably not a good idea, and ouch, takes him around from a VZ44-1. I think it's time to get out of here before he does that again. Okay, that KB122 doesn't look particularly experienced. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing what he was doing right on the cliff edge. Okay, VZ takes some revenge, puts him around for 136, high roll. And another one, another high roll. And the third one, which is a low roll. Punts one into the side of the IS, which is a low roll. And again, you can see how good and accurate this gun is. The problem really is the actual Cromwell tank itself. It's fairly light, it's got low armour. The highest armour on the game on this tank is 76.2mm, and that's at the front of the turret. Other than that, on the hull, 63mm on the front, 42 on the sides, 31 at the rear. Yeah, most rounds are going to penetrate it. In fact, you know, during the war, the Cromwell crews, whenever they got a break to bivvy up and get a drink and some hot food inside them, would conceal their tanks very, very well indeed, because they didn't want the enemy tanks, the Panzers, to find them, because they knew that they'd be out of action very, very quickly. Only a couple of rounds from a Panzer III or a Panzer IV and they'd be out the game. Oh, that Viz 44 managed to creep up whilst we weren't watching, and he's now really close and he's looking in our direction. We need some support now, and we've got the Cromwell B coming around the other side. Is he pointing his gun that way? Yes, he is. Okay, so pop out and put a round into him. Nice, high roll, 145. Go again, and again. Keep going, he's looking this way, pull back now. Okay, he's looking this way, he's lining up his shots. Just it, that's perfect. And the Cromwell B pops up. And Scott, is it Scott? Shit, it's a kitten. Ouch, he just got taken out by the Viz 44, so we've lost our platoon mate. But look at this, he's pumping those shots into this VZ. Now watch out, he's about to shoot. That's it. Pulls back in time to avoid the shots. Ouch! He did hit us, but now we can kill him. Oh, low roll. No, high roll, but kill shot out. Got him. Okay, he's out the game. That guy was a real nuisance. And the T-29's just turned up. I think he was having action over by the centre line. We know there's a couple of enemy tanks nearby. A T-34, 85 and an IS. But we can't see them at the moment. Let's hopefully the Jagdpanther and the T-29 will locate them for us. Okay, they've pulled back. They've realised the trouble they're in. And in fact, there's the IS. He did pull back, but he didn't pull back very far. And he just got a shot into our Jagdpanther. And the Jagdpanther finished him off. We did take a hit from the Jackson, but it was into the tracks, so we're okay. Now, we can't get a shot at the T-34 because he's over a ridgeline. And we can't hit the Jackson at the moment. Enemy Arty's trying to give us some problems. It's a Hummel. So you know his 15cm howitzer not going to be loaded for another 20 seconds. So we can move up whilst we're waiting. Now, where did that Jackson go? Let's have a look. Jackson Pollock at him. Nice. And that one went through. Low roll though, 134, but only just. No, don't go up too quickly because he's probably looking in this direction. Okay, he's now confused because he's getting attacked from 3 directions. Now we just stay up and pump those rounds into him until he's gone. And a kill shot. Yes. So 2 kills for Blue Streak Mr. White so far. We're 3 up on the enemy. And he's potentially got a high caliber. All those shots into the Viz 44-1 did have an effect. Now, enemy Arty or our Arty at the moment is softening up that sniper's nest, but Blue Streak Miss White is actually trying to be careful because he doesn't want to get sniped at. And he pokes his head out, but he doesn't get a. Oh, he does get a 6th sense, so there is somebody over there watching. There's nobody on the over near the centre line because they've all been wiped out, and the enemy is down at the western pass. So we know there's somebody nearby. The enemy Hummel's been spotted. Oh, we take a shot into the tracks from the Borsig. But the good news is we know where he is and he's got a long reload. And he dives off the edge of that cliff knowing full well he's about to get Arty and hit again. So he's down, but the Jackson I think is up there now as well. There is another Jackson. Yep, he is up there. There he is. Let's have a look. Oh, he's gone. I don't think he got any spotting for that, but the Borsig's probably reloaded by now, so he needs to be careful. Because he might have a 128, which will do 490. Oh, he's been spotted. Okay, right, now mover. Oh. Yes. In fact, actually, he had the 15cm. That's the big fat one. It was unfortunate, but he did get at least 20% of the enemy hit pool, so he might have the high caliber. Let's see if he's going to follow one of the other tanks, and we'll get to see the end of the game. I think this one is under the belt. At least I hope it is. Looks like the SU-152 just took a big hit by Arty and by somebody else. And then there goes the SU-152, which means now they've only got the AMX AC-48, and he's just been wiped out, so the game is a win. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Blue Streak Mr. White in the Cromwell. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. And yes, he did pick up the high caliber because he did the most damage overall in the game. Despite the fact that he only got 2 kills, but he did get 2 important kills. The VZ44-1, who was being a thorough pest to everybody on that cliff edge, and the M36 Jackson, as well as putting a round into that Borsig and forcing him to get down from the cliff, which obviously made him vulnerable. And well, while he was up there, he was able to hold us at bay, but once he was down, he wasn't able to hold us at bay, and unfortunately we did get killed by him, but that's really because we had to try and assault him, had to try and find him, and well, he just got taken out by a very big gun. And after that, after he fired that gun, there was no way that he could reload in time, so our teammate was going to take him out immediately afterwards. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game goes to Blue Streak Mr. White with 3,200 hit points. The next highest scorer was the MXAC48 on the enemy team. 2,734 went to him. And the third highest damage was the T29 on the enemy team with 1,983. When it came to kills, it was the UDS03 on our team, managed to get 4 kills. The Jikamax, the Yag Panther and Blue Streak Mr. White all got 2 kills, along with that M36 Jackson, the one I said was being a bit of a problem. And when it came to base XP, it's, Blue Streak Mr. White, he got that one. 1,447 to him. 803 went to the IS-3, 787 went to the M44 on our team. He fired 32 rounds in the game, got 27 direct hits and 24 penetrations and 1 splash. 3,200 hit points of damage, of which 73 were done at more than 300 meters, so most of it close range stuff. 6 hits received from the enemy, 3 of them penetrated, 3 non-penetrations. I think it was a bit lucky with those non-penetrations. They all hit the tracks, whereas the 3 penetrations, well, I did say that the armor is very thin, and well, most things that touch the armor tend to go through, which is why those tankers were not impressed that they hadn't angled the armor anywhere on the tank. 135 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, and 941 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 38,349 credits, and after repair and ammunition respawn, yes, he did fire premium ammo to make sure he got the effect, and unfortunately he ended up with a loss on this game of 14,456 credits. He earned 1,447 XP, times 2 for the first victory, 2,171 from personal reserves and 4,342 from personal missions payout. And because he was in a platoon with his platoon mate in the Cromwell B, and we'll have a quick look to see how well he did. Where is he? There he is, and it's Sharp's Kitten. He managed to get 6 shots, fired 6 shots, 4 direct hits, 1 penetration on the enemy. Picked up 133 hit points of damage. He did act as a distraction at one point. He blocked 640 hit points, which is not bad. But he was actually very effective because he did distract that VZ44-1 just when we needed him to, so that we didn't get punctured by that big gun that he's got. So that was very effective and very well done. And the total XP, I forgot to mention that in the end, 11,181. So that's going to cause a big jump in the crew skills. So the Cromwell, well, the standard one, it's okay. The Cromwell B is much better actually, even though it's basically the same model. It's just got less ground resistance, if I remember correctly, so it goes faster. But, and of course, being a premium, it's easier to train crews on because you get more credits off it. But the Cromwell is actually quite a decent tank because it moves pretty fast, 64 kilometers an hour. And that's 75mm, as I say, it's got very good penetration. It's only at 75, but it does have 135 alpha instead of the conventional other 75mm you get on other tanks, which have only got 110 or 115. And I think that's down to the fact that the shells are moving slightly quicker on this one. At least the shell velocity is 785 on this, but I believe that it's a better 75mm gun on the Cromwell than it was on the previous ones, and certainly better than on the Sherman on the M4. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, please do let other people know that we've got more than one channel. Yeah, we've got another channel called The General, where you don't have to listen to me waffling on about all the tanks and their history or anything like that. You just get to see the replay as it was seen by the player when he played it the first time. And normally they're really good battles. There's loads of medals in them, and you get to see some astonishing things. Just today, actually, Klaus Kellerman was amazed that somebody in a tank actually took out, or actually in a Striv 1030, I think it was, took out 2 enemy Artys after he'd run out of ammunition. He did it by ramming the enemy. In fact, actually, I pointed out that we've got a replay of I Need Coffee Dude on the What Arty Noobs site from way back in 2018, where he took out 2 enemy tanks by ramming them, and he was going after the last enemy alive, an M41 HMC, but the guy, he got too close, and the M41 shotgunned him at close range, and he was out the game. But it was impressive to see him taking out the enemy with no rounds left in his magazine whatsoever. If you do get a chance, just punch in "I need coffee, dude" into the What's Arty Noobs site if you want to have a look at that replay. And it's a replay from 2018, and it says "What to do when you run out of ammo." I think that's the title to the video. Thanks for watching this one.